but we started from the gutter.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First and 10, it's Jackson. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. This is brought in by Gibson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Ebron caught left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Gibson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to...
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his big tight end here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll, given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulls are back within a score.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now Jackson on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Forced out to his left.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Prescott off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They'll run with Pollard. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamin Davis.
And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They go play action now. Jackson.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Play action now. Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To the air again, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Going to take a shot for Gallup.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And touchdown. Michael Gallup, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulls have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Off the play fake, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off down near the 5.
When you talk about making win.
Plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He finds his target, Ebron. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Wentz to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduate of the Naval Academy, back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here's Dak. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving...
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football.